Hi, Mr. Pena. My name is Nathan Alperstein from Israel. I'm 25.
Got a lot of kids from Israel here.
I
I must be doing something wrong. Because there's only rule of law there if you're an Israeli.
Because?
There's only a rule of law in Israel if you're a Jew living there. Otherwise, you're fucked.
You said in one of your past videos that QLA works for everyone besides very specific groups, and one of them were Jews from Israel. Why was that?
That it works for or works against?
Against.
Because there's no. Jews from Israel trying to have a rule of law in Israel, you're pissing into the wind. Israelis that live in Israel, there's a rule of law. But if I was a Jew, and a lot of people think I'm a Sephardic Jew, but if I was a Jew and I lived in El Paso, Texas, there is not going to be any rule of law for me in Israel. And there's a whole joke why, and I've been partners with the Israeli National Oil Company, the Kuwaitis, the Saudis, and the Yemenites, and all the Middle Eastern countries, other than Israel, laugh why there's no oil and gas in Israel. Now I happen to know why. And all around there's nothing but oil and gas that you can dig up with a straw. But Allah, in His infinite wisdom, this is the Allah side of the story, has chosen to give the Jews fuck all, nothing. Now, is that by accident? Or is it Allah's will? The Jews will say, just the opposite, that 6,000 years ago when they were roaming around the fucking deserts, that they did something bad, Sodom and Gomorrah, and that's why they've got no oil and gas.
They just found huge reserves right off the shores of Israel.
Right off the shores.
So
we'll see.
My question was...
I drilled there.
Okay. You said that
there's not enough, well, I don't have hair anymore, but there's not, I couldn't find, in the oil business you call oil grease. There's not enough grease to comb my fucking hair with, found in Israel.
Okay. You said you hold on to cash because we're at the end of a cycle and shit's going to hit the fan.
Well, I mean, I predict that the fan's not going to get hit until the second half of the second term of President Trump. That's just a wild-ass guess.
So 2022?
No. He starts his new presidency in 2021, right? Yep. 4 years, 2023. And halfway through.
What would you do once that
happens?
No,
it doesn't matter. You're asking a question. You got no money. Fuck you. Go back to Israel.
Thanks.
Good day, Mr. Pena. You remember me? We met in Savannah. I'm Juan, everybody. How's it going? And my question is, so we only have to dial 2,000 phone calls. It almost seems like nothing. So what do you, we obviously know what to screen for. So just like me just literally calling.
No, you're following, well, the steps aren't there anymore. You're following the 7 steps, and by 2000, you will have bought a company, built a board, accountants, lawyers. You'll have found countless banks, countless motivated sellers.
Well, the question was about motivated sellers. So on those phone calls,
now, all 2,000 aren't motivated sellers.
Okay,
it's the last 1,000. We've had people that have called in Canada, Western Canada. They've called 1,600 and haven't made a deal yet. So 1,600. And I'm not going to tell you the industry, but it's a little teeny industry because there's only about 2,500 in all of Canada, and 1,600 or 1,700 happen to be in Western Canada.
So just be on the phone and say, "Are you ready to sell?"
Yeah, just hi, smile and dial. They used to call it. I don't know what they call it now.
Sure, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, Mr. Pena. My name is Joel Houwen. I'm from Suriname. I got a question for the audience that refers to you. Wouldn't we love to see the true life story of the $1 trillion man, Dan Pena, in Hollywood movies? Wouldn't we love it?
My deal...
Who's in for it? If you're in for it, then applaud.
My deal in the movie business is that, heretofore anyway, I'm too controversial. And that fuck, shit, vagina, cunt will not go down well in a movie. And if they bleep out all, and I haven't sworn too much in here, but if they bleep out every bad word, I mean, it's just going to be bleep, 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 bleep.
But it's allowed in a Hollywood movie, right?
Oh, yeah, well, no, yeah, but I'm not...
You never thought about it?
Oh, yeah, of course I thought about it. I mean, they just finished a documentary on me a week ago.
Who would you like to play your character?
No, well, I would like John Wayne in the old days.
Hey.
Clint Eastwood in the old days.
Yes.
But none of the current guys, they're all pussies.
All right, the fight for tonight, Conor McGregor versus the Cowboy.
I am not following it, but I would be surprised if the Cowboy loses.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Can I
No,
have your...
no, fine, next. Yes, sir.
Hi, how's it going, Mr. Pena? My name is Ismail Watara. I'm from the Bronx, New York. I'm 24. And my question is, what have you seen to be the most overlooked things during due diligence in the bedpan industry?
Licensing. You have to have licenses. And those licenses sometimes are with a particular practitioner, and that practitioner is the seller, and they overlook the transfer of those licenses. We just had a deal close 20 months, the one there is substance abuse in Orange County. We had another one that took 3 years to transfer the license in New Jersey. California and New Jersey are tough states to get licenses transferred. And that's normally overlooked because in the website it says 15 to 45 days licenses transferred on the website. But that's only on the website. It doesn't really take, it takes multiples of 15 to 45 days. So it's the transfer of licenses.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name is Marcin. I'm from Warsaw, Poland. I have a technical question. Because I understand that we're buying companies based on multiples. So are there any features other than industry specific that would make you pay like a premium on a certain business, or you wouldn't care?
No. I don't pay premiums. And that's why I tell you your first few acquisitions should not have property or real estate involved with them, because your multiple rarely will cover the increased. And so instead of paying 5 times EBITDA, if that had property, I'd probably wind up 7 or 8 times EBITDA just based on the valuation of the property. That's too confusing. Just, you want your first deal, no property. First few deals, actually.
Yeah, can I have another technical question, quick one? Seller finance, when you say like 7 years and a balloon payment, how big of a balloon payment works best?
Whatever's left over. 7 years, you don't pay the first 2 years, so you've got the 3rd through the 7th year. You're paying at the 7-year rate, so you're going to pay a balloon payment of, in the last year, of at least 3 years. The 2 years you skipped,
all right,
and the last year that's due. So you have a balloon payment of 3/7.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Hello, Mr. Pena. My name is Mario Müller. I'm from Germany. I turned 17 last week. And my question is, well, when I'm trying to build my dream team and the people I want to have in my dream team won't join because of my age, what should I do?
The same challenge, Josh Kim, who was 17. The same, well, not the same issue, because the guy I told you that is from Afghanistan, he looks 50 years old. And so the fact that he's only 18, nobody even questions it. But Josh Kim his age did not come up until the 3rd deal he did. There was a young banker who I believe was based on jealousy, at that time, by this time he's 19, and the age came up, but he had already done deals. I mean, majority or being legal. In Germany, I think you have to be 18, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a problem, because we don't want somebody to co-sign for you. But that's the root. Some of little kids, 14, 15, 16, 17, they have somebody co-sign. And the last person you want to be involved is your parent. That's the last person. But normally, and this sounds shitty to say, you can get your mom to co-sign. You won't even tell your dad. Now, what kind of relationship is that? Or you can get your grandmother to co-sign. But if the deal goes south, why would you want to take your grandmother's money? There are ways around it, but they all have a pre-price to action. All of them have a downside. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
No more questions.